That would have been a great Spider-Man.
Yeah, Brandon Lee should play
like
Spider-Man.
A young
come back from the grave and beat the shit out of this Squirt.
Yeah.
But I know people are gonna get mad. But yeah, they've oversaturated the character. The last 2 Spider-Man films, I saw the Amazing Spider-Man 2 recently, and that was shit. So
yeah, I didn't like those 2.
Andrew Garfield. If it wasn't, like I said before, to me the bad writing didn't help. The crappy love story didn't help. The bad villains didn't help. I think he would have been. I can watch it more than Tobey Maguire, and definitely more than this guy. If there was one guy they probably could have done better with, was him, and he probably could have played that if there was better writing and such. But it's like they've done too much with Spider-Man, and in the past 15 years almost, there's been 3 Spider-Mans, 3 different actors. I'm sorry, that's not a good thing. It's just way too much. But people are giving this guy the pass. Like, oh, he's so great. He's the best Spider-Man yet. And I'm like, we've been through 3 actors.
Like I would rather them commit, to me, what is the cardinal sin and recast. Like, if they, after Spider-Man 3, let's say, like, Spider-Man 4 came around, and they just recasted someone new, I would rather of them did that, honestly, than restart everything over, not once, but now twice.
Yeah, it took them twice. But people are like, oh, this is the best yet. I'm like, they couldn't get it right the first 2 times.
Yeah. Oh, sad. Like, I like Spider-Man 1 and 2. But 3, even though they're flawed, they're very flawed. But I don't mean cinematic-wise, I mean character-wise. But character, and maybe, and cinematic. Though I really like Raimi. I love what he really did with it, but when you get to 3, that's a slap in the face. Like 3 of them, yeah, that's a slap in the face to the fans. Like really, and then not having them able to do part 4, which there was a rumor that Bruce Campbell was going to be Mysterio, which is why we see him in different roles through the first 3. And it was also a rumor that John Malkovich was going to be Vulture, and they were going to have Black Cat. And I forget who they were talking about for Black Cat, but you know, which
they've overdone this character. I mean, that's just, they couldn't learn twice, and to me, this guy's no better. He's, like I said before, he's like little Toby Jr.
Yeah.
And like Toby's little brother or something like that. It's just...
I was really hoping they would go with the other kid. There was like 3 or 4 kids in the running, and there's this other one, I can't remember his name, but he just looked like the right Peter Parker for this generation. He was like this kid, he had like longer hair, like bushy longer hair with like glasses, and he was like smaller, but he just had like a wit about him that you look at him and you go, damn, I could see it. Like I could see him. He would be like spider size, and you know, like a small guy, but you could see it in there more of a Peter Parker type.
Hell, even I know people have talked about this, Donald Glover, which I know people are gonna shit on. Oh, he's black, and
hey man, I'm for a black Spider-Man.
But I'm fine with that because I like Donald Glover. I know people have brought him up.
There was a black Spider-Man, wasn't there? I'm sure of it. There was a black Spider-Man.
There is. I've read the comics, but
yeah,
I think Donald Glover's in that show Community, and he's been in films like The Martian. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No. I'm trying to find the name of that kid.
But it's frustrating because it's just, this guy was way too young. And again, you got Marissa Tomei as Aunt MILF. I want to bang Aunt MILF. I want to bang Aunt May. I shouldn't have to say that.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Aunt May. It just looks like it. You know, she was just blowing Iron Man on the couch.
Yeah. For sure there's something going on between them in that scene. We all know, come on. Robert Downey walks in there.
He probably had an iron dildo in his...
Just the way she was looking at him, like, oh, Tony Stark.
But what about... I know you're looking up that guy, but what about Infinity War? Like, what are your thoughts on those? Because we all know that there's going to be a part 1 and a part 2.
Yeah.
Supposedly,
I hope they don't spread them out too far apart.
No, it's one's coming out in 2018, and part 2 is coming out the next year, 19.
Oh yeah, I found him. His name is Asia Butterfield.
Oh, that guy. Okay, I know his face.
Yeah. Like I can see him more as he just feels more like a Peter Parker to me.
But what were you saying about Infinity War?
Yeah, like I hope they don't spread them out too far. Like I hope it's like literally like one after another. But I don't really know that much of the story to kind of. That's the one where they go into space, right? They fight this big war in space or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with what their plans are for Infinity Infinity Part 1 and 2, but I don't know. I know that their plans are they're going to try and fit as many characters, like they want to get Doctor Strange in there, or something like that, and just a big plethora of characters. It just, I don't know. After this film, it just,
yeah.
I don't have a strong interest as much.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, okay,
I think that's the great thing about Marvel movies too, is that like I take them at face value. Like when they come out, I'll watch them, just because usually they don't let me down. So I go into it with no expectation, and I usually come out not disappointed. So, I'm not really looking forward to those movies, but when they come along, I'll probably see them.
I mean, I'll give Black Panther a watch.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I don't look forward to Spider-Man Homecoming with Spider-Squirt and Aunt MILF.
Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to that.
And whatever actor they're going to get for Vulture, because I think that's the plan, is that they're going to get Vulture. I know Michael Keaton was considered, but now he's dropped out. Infinity War, just I'm not sure about now. I mean, what's next? I mean, as far as like releases. I mean, I know Doctor Strange is coming out.
Yeah, I'll give Doctor Strange a chance because that looks different. You know, it looks like it's gonna be pretty good.
The next year we have Guardians 2, which I heard that they're going to try to get the Guardians in there for Infinity War. So I don't know yet. I mean, I look forward to Guardians 2.
Yeah.
I mean, more than Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah, definitely with Kurt Russell and Stallone in that now.
Yeah, I mean...
Definitely.
So, I mean, I know people are saying, well, we're getting away from the review and such, and getting away... Hey, just... I don't know if you want to wrap up, or...
I'm good with whatever you want to do.
Overall thoughts and whatnot. I mean, I'll let you... What are your overall thoughts on Captain America Civil War?
It could have been better. It could have been tighter. It could have been... I hate to be one of those people who say it could have been shorter and better cut, but it could have. Because there's just a lot of things in there kind of dragged out. Especially when you're looking at only having like really 3 or 4 big action sequences. And majority of the action sequences, except for the airport one, were really short. They were like tiny action sequences. So it could have been cut better. And it just felt like I didn't see why they had to like cram a whole bunch of cameos in there.
Alright.
Yeah. Because I think that kind of took me out of it. Because it, you know, it didn't sell me on Spider-Man. You know, it kind of, I don't know.
You're confused.
Yeah, confused.
I was confused too. I mean, again, this is a film that I had to sit on and just process thoughts, because I know people look forward to it and people are going to praise it to the moon and it's still being praised. Mm-hmm. I just don't get the love.
You know what's funny?
What's that?
I went and got my niece yesterday, and so I get to her place, and then her boyfriend's getting ready to go see Civil War. So it's like, yeah, I'm going to go see Civil War. Blah, blah, blah. And my niece knew that he was going to see the movie, right? And then, so we're driving back. He's gone, right? So we're driving back. And I'm like, so why didn't you go see Civil War? And she's like, well, I didn't really want to see it, but I wanted to see that one that had Spider-Man in it. And I'm like, that's the one, you know? Because she's a Spider-Man fan. So she calls up her boyfriend and starts yelling at him in the car. Like, just yelling at him. Yeah. That's pretty funny.
This movie. Okay, let me go off from kind of my thoughts here. This movie, it was just, it's kind of like, it's not, to me it's not great. I just don't love it as much. I just, you know, the high ratings and the box office, of course, is going to make money. It's breaking records and such.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll give the film its performances. The actors are fine. The airport scene is probably the best scene, because the other fight scenes, while they're good, I mean, you make a good point. They seem short, mm-hmm. And you saw them in the trailer. And I love The Winter Soldier, and this is coming from the same directors. Yeah. And I don't know why this film was just like a step backwards for me.
It was kind of like, you know, like how, like, you know, Dark Knight is the peak of the Batman trilogy, and Winter Soldier is at that same peak, and then you go to like this one.
Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, this one kind of felt like Dark Knight Rises.
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's to me that's well said, Matt. Because this film just has the cons and the faults I just can't shake from. Spider-Man thrown in, I don't care for the actor.
Yeah.
Some sport is lackluster at times. Second part, like the second act, is tedious at some points. The villain is generic and weak. I don't care if people are going to say, well, oh, you just don't understand. You're a simpleton. His story is complex. Mm-hmm. He has motivation. He's not a supervillain. He's not Ultron. But you people were riding Loki's dick for so long. What happened to that?
Yeah.
I mean, Zemo's the best villain. To me, Ultron's better. I'm not the biggest fan of Loki, but he's better than this guy.
Yeah.
Fucking Jeff Bridges.
As horrible as that sounds, I agree with it.
Jeff Bridges and Iron Man is better than this guy. Yeah. Abomination from Incredible Hulk is better than this guy. Mm-hmm. This guy was just one note.
Yeah.
Captain America pretty much knew that Bucky killed Iron Man's parents. And I know people are going to say, well, oh, you see Iron Man's rage. You see him pissed. Well, what do you expect him? Like, it's just...
They should have brought in the booze, man. They should have made him... You know, for the next one, they should have him, like, start drinking and getting all, like...